You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here for Drakewing Gaming, and something on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Love Exalt. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Huh? Oh! Oh! I don't know. Just thinking. Hey. Smells like blood. Tank's chair topples as he rushes to the walkway door. He sticks his head outside. He looks both ways, but there's no one there. What was that? Did you all hear wheels as I did? There it is again. I heard something like that earlier. Sure. Relax. Relax. The officiary probably just forgot one of the snack trolleys out there or something. It's rolling around in the turbulence. I certainly did not forget a trolley. Oh well, whatever. Let's just go look and see. Everyone spills out into the hallway. Darkness slides its fingers further and further into the walls. The lights clack into a nice healthy orange for dusk mode, startling Mimi, Suit, and the officiary, and even Null. Imp giggles. Oh my god, you guys are freaking out so bad. There's literally nothing out here. A rogue snack trolley, of course. That must be what it was. I suppose it's possible that I failed to secure it tightly enough in the trolley dock. But does anyone want to go try and wrangle it up? No? Only if 2 or 3 people come with me. I don't want to get jumped before I can see heels again. I'll go. Fuck it. Imp splits off from the group. He throws a lazy hand up over his shoulder as a goodbye. There's no possible way I'll be the first one to die. I'm him. Now hold on. Didn't we just finish talking about how it would be silly to split up like this? You just finished talking about that. I was on my usual shit. Bye! Imp disappears around the corner. He peeks his face back around and smiles. By the way, there's someone behind you, Mimi. Mimi spins around, terror striking her heart like a bolt of black lightning. Ah! 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 Hmm? Hmm? Oh! Where'd you come from, pet? Imp is a little shit. Hi guys. I didn't mean to sneak up on you. I just popped back up out of the grand table in there. I heard your voices, so I came this way. Hey! Tank scoops him up without asking permission and full-on hugs Pet. Pet releases an involuntary meow as Tank nuzzles and squeezes him. My boy's back already! Don't yell in my ears. Yeah, my ears. I missed you, Pet. Tank, you're squishing me. Put me down! Tank sets him down. Mimi squats to scratch behind his ears, which he appreciates greatly. I'll be right back. The officiary sprints back into the kitchen. You made it out of that pitfall in just a couple hours, huh? Taking you water time. Guys and gals, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Yeah. At first, I was just going to give up and nap all the way into tomorrow. It felt pointless to even attempt to escape. But then the funniest thing happened. The puzzles I could barely reach, they slid down the walls closer to the floor. The keypads I couldn't press, and the big obfuscations, things covering secrets like rugs and fake wallpaper patches, they got a lot thinner and lighter. It was almost like the train itself wanted to make things easier on me. But in the end, it still took me like 5 hours. Whew! I'm so hungry. Here! The officiary runs back. A few hairs pop free of her bun with a bowl overfilled with sloshing fresh cold water and a tiny plate topped up with meat slices and cheese cubes. Come join my dining experience. Let's get you fed and watered, Pet. Okay! He's such a little cutie. Mimi catches Pet up on the conversation so far. Give us one sec before we jump back in, everybody. Tank and Pet huddle. Pet, do you agree to do the plan we talked about last night? Where you sense threats the room and tell me who's the biggest threat? I promise you I won't hurt nobody too badly. I'm just getting fed up with all this polite talking shit. It's time to figure out who's who in here. I don't know. I think maybe instead we should, whatever. Okay, Tank. Yeah? Just say the key phrase and I'll use sense threats. Man, really though? Yeah, really. Pet, you're starting to change already. Pet rubs a cheek against Tank's shoe, scent marking him for the first time. I guess I am. And Tank? I'm ready to partner with you. Tank blinks. What? Nah, I know I offered and all, but that's a bit too sudden, buddy. It's a multi-day process, so we'll have some time to think about it, and we can always cancel it before it resolves if you want, but I'm sure my master will understand I had to do this to survive. If he doesn't, then maybe he's not as great of a guy as I thought he was. Pet, wow, fucking, you're gonna make me tear up over here. But, let's play it cool, Tank. Everyone's looking at us like we're chef and healer. Ha, right, I don't feel that way about you, just so you know. Pet blinks. Yeah, me neither about you. I didn't even think about it like that. Good. First, you gotta tell the others about Sin's threats. Lay some groundwork. Right, gotcha. Tank and Pet unhuddle. Listen up, guys. Pet's got something to say. Hey, let me just preamble this. Pet explains how Sin's threats works and shares the results of the scan he did 2 minutes before departure. Gambling cabin, no threat. Leaf cabin, middling threat. Lower cabin, reactive threat. Upper cabin, high threat. Conductor's cabin, no threat. Cherry cabin, meteoric threat. So, for example, Chef, Healer, and Tank averaged out to a middling threat. How fascinating. What a useful ability. Though it seems it paints Imp and myself out to be a high threat. We were both seated squarely in the upper cabin at that time. Goodness, how incriminating. Suit blushes, but everyone's looking at him like he could never be a threat at all. Where does the 13th passenger fit into all this? If they're driving, they must have been in the front cabin preparing for departure. The conductor's cabin had a reading of no threat. Are they really no threat to us? I mean, I barely looked around at all before I left my cabin. That is a terrifying thought. Has everyone checked their bunk rooms, closets, and luggage themselves for shelves for stowaways? No. Surely would have noticed a whole person by now. Are they exceptionally small, perhaps? They weren't on the train. Okay. They may have been hiding on the exterior, right? Yeah, wait for Sin's threats is spherical. It goes a ways beyond the train in all directions. They would have had to run far away from the train, then all the way back to into the conductor's cabin in just a few minutes. I suppose we can consider their threat level unknown for now. The clouds regurgitate what is left of the sun for one last flicker of daytime. It's getting late. My brain hurty. We're sliding a bit too far down the slope, I feel. Let's reel it back in. Almost everyone's plate is empty. Pet scarfs the rest of his food down real quick, too. One paw in his food bowl. I'm glad you're all right, Pat. Eat well. Okay. Are the rest of you finished? No, not yet. Let me collect your plates. Indeed, our ease has been taken and our sustenance savored. Let's get Pet situated in his cupboard. Sure. You must be tired, mustn't you? Actually, I'm not that sleepy. Pardon me. Before we all disperse, may I bring up one more thing? Let's ensure that we're correctly interpreting this threat data. I think we should all show our tickets. Where's this coming from all of a sudden? I already checked everyone's ticket prior to departure. If we're assigning people threat levels, and those threat levels are based on which cabin they were seated in, then the cabin stamp on our tickets is a pretty basic piece of proof to ask for it, isn't it? I feel that way, at least. I don't mean to speak for anyone else. The officiary tailed me the whole time. She didn't check where exactly Mimi sat. More importantly, though, I'd like to verify some hearsay. Ugh. Everyone produces their ticket except Mimi and the officiary. Dancer, cherry cabin. Null, cherry cabin. Suit, upper cabin. Pet, lower cabin. Tank, leaf cabin. Ooh, it's a dancer and Null. Oh yeah, I'm also included in this. Cherry cabin. Of course, the meteoric threat result. It was you. When I got that result for cherry cabin, that must have been my ability's way of saying, like, the chance of this guy popping off is almost zero. But if he does... If I do, I kill the dinosaurs. Rest in peace, my great and noble ancestors. Mimi has been growing more and more panicked this whole time. I don't seem to have my ticket on me? Well, I can vouch for you, Mimi. Your mother showed me 2 tickets for the lower cabin when you both boarded. Didn't I just express my desire for verifiable evidence, though? Dancer steps up to Mimi and leans over her. Does Guardian have your ticket, perhaps? God, her eyes are freaking me out. Maybe? But I swear I had it this afternoon. I don't understand. It's not like she could have taken it from me. Alright. Okay, I don't understand. How does this fucking work? Whatever. Some of these games are a little fucking unfair. Holy shit. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I think y'all really need to change, like, some of the flow of these games, because they're, like, really cryptic, and I don't think they should be, unless you just mean them to be that cryptic. It's a little, convoluted. Especially since the rules of each one seem to kind of change. You're not really given a whole lot of time, either. And you can't go back! So, like, I guess my question is, what exactly is the point? Like, if you miss it, you're going to have to fucking replay that entire section just to get it? And if you miss it again... Yeah, that doesn't seem like a fun mechanic. A lot of stuff in this game really is not really explained very well. I would appreciate some kind of, I guess, extra tutorial if there is one. I mean, there might be, and I just haven't found it. I'm not sure, but those are my thoughts on the games. It feels like it's goes against you quite a bit. The odds are really stacked against you. Tank faces Dancer. Hey, bitch! Tank, no. Dancer, please back off of Mimi. You're scaring her, can't you tell? Oh. Sorry, my mistake. I don't mean to be so intimidating. It's the Lillian in me. My red eyes, my general stillness of movement, and my flat effect. They tend to unnerve others. I apologize. Dancer backs off of Mimi, but her footpaw grazes Suit's shoe. Pardon me, miss. He had the officiary flank her from behind. Excuse us, we just had a few questions for you regarding your ticket and this threat scan. Oh, the meteoric threat reading, is it? I wasn't seated in the cherry cabin at the time of that scan. Tank and Pet, you both crossed my path outside the leaf, didn't you? That's true, but, Dancer, you're forgetting something. Right as you left, you told us you were going to the upper cabin next. You even asked me if I saw someone heading up there, remember? I didn't. Well, I guess I saw you heading up there. But you're the only one. The last petal of sunlight withers down to black nightfall. Dancer blinks. Of course, I suppose that would mean I fall under the high threat umbrella. Then if the scan went off and I was outside the upper cabin. But Suit, Imp, and the officiary are also included in that reading. That doesn't mean very much then, does it? It wouldn't, if that was the only issue. But, how do I put this? My familiar Inkadoo happened to notice the smudged ink on your ticket earlier. You boarded in quite a hurry, didn't you? I can vouch. I told you already I had to catch this train last minute, because my airship... You claim it was cancelled due to the snow, yes, I recall. Unfortunately, you seem to have left a contradiction unrectified in that history. As Imp noted yesterday, they hardly gave you much at all for the journey. By that, he meant that airships have a rather austere dining policy. Passengers only get sufficient food and water when they clock notches on a suitcase scale. Alright, y'all, I'm actually gonna pause it right there. We're gonna continue this mystery in the next episode. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Don't forget, y'all, our YouTube memberships are now up if you want to join. Just, I guess, scroll down and click memberships in the video, and it'll present to you all the different options. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!